We quite often get asked about the orientation of the tower in relation to the cameras and what exactly is pointing where. So we thought it'd be a really good idea to do a short video showing you exactly what is pointing where and where the cameras are facing. If we can look briefly at this map, so this is a top-down Google Maps view of the tower, and the tower is in the middle. You can see the arrows. We've got the scrape with an arrow pointing to the side of the tower that the scrape is on, and in front of that is Regent Grove, where we have our Peregrine watches, and you can see Peregrine watch marked out on the map there. Just behind that is the police station, which is what that side of the tower is pointing at. Over to the right you've got Leamington Parade, the main shopping street that runs from top to bottom, and then behind it is the hotel and the rest of the town hall and the office buildings there. If we look at the tower from almost as if we've got an aerial view above the police station here, we can see that the entrance that the male and female quite often use, they sit on these balconies that you can see at the front here. There's a doorway underneath our 3 arches, and that is the doorway you can see when either the sound camera or the PTZ camera is pointing at the scrape. So the scrape is on the police station side. So here we can see the view of the sound camera, and you can see there that gap in the wall is looking directly over the police station. So if we can see on this map again here, you can see the direction, the blue arrow, direction of the PTZ and the sound camera when looking directly at the scrape. And what you can see through that window is part of the police station building looking towards Jefferson Gardens, with the parade on the right and the Regent Grove on the left. If we look then at the wide view camera, which is, as again you can see from the map here, on the back left of the tower, if we were looking at it top down, it points diagonally across. So the gap on the right hand side there is the parade side, and then we've got the police station side gap. But what about the rest of the scrape when the camera moves? So the chicks are going to start moving around fairly soon, and the PTZ you will notice whizzing around trying to follow them. So this is the scrape view. We can zoom right in, we can zoom right out, and as you can see there, we've got our police station boards. So that is the view that we looked at a moment ago, going across out above the police station towards Jefferson Gardens. So that's the sound camera view and the scrape view. Female and the male, sometimes the female likes to sit on these. This is what we like to call the police station boards. So it's just to the left of the scrape, underneath the middle of the 3 arches that you can see from ground level. If we go off to the left of the scrape, so in each corner of the tower, there is a pipe sort of coming up, and sort of wires and things are fed up for aerials that the buildings use for Wi-Fi and all sorts of different connections. So in each corner is the pipe, and this is the left-hand pipe, so just to the left of the scrape, next to this skylight. So the skylight balcony view looks out over Regent Grove, the car park at the back of the town hall, and the row of shops and flats that are along that bit. So we've got scrape, and then over to the left, we've got the skylights. You can see as the camera pans round there. The chicks will like to sit on this. We'll see them up there a fair amount when they start finding their feet and their wings. There's our long view camera just inside there. So next to the skylight, we've got wire pipe, as we like to call it. So we have a preset for this, and they quite like to. The chicks, once they're wandering, they'll go and hide and sleep in amongst all of these wires. And lots of these are for our camera. But again, there's aerials, there's other connections up here that the town hall use. So we've got wire pipe next to the skylight panning off. And then this is hotel side. So we've got behind the town hall, sort of looking down, sort of again, back of the car park, and it's looking over towards the hotel, almost looking back up the parade towards the Wetherspoons and the McDonald's and all the things that are at the top. And then pan around a bit more, we've just got another pipe. So this again is in the corner between the parade and the hotel side, over at the back. And then we're going to pan off to the left, and we are now looking out at the parade side of the building. So this wall, that gap there, is out. So when the birds hop out of that one and peer over, if you see them on the camera and you can see them visible looking down, if you stand on the parade side and look up, that is where they will be. It's on that ledge. As you can see, there are boards on each bit. These were installed when the nest box went in, just for a bit of safety, to stop them being able to get out there before they're able to get back in, because if they fall down off the ledges, they can't get back up straight away. And another pipe just to the right of the scrape, you can see the chicks again. We've gone full circle. And this is the middle floor. So the chicks will, often when it's been raining and there are puddles in this bit, they'll go and tippy-tap about and play in the puddles, but we sort of tend to chase them around this as they move. And As you can see above, there are rafters. So again, once they start finding their wings a bit more, they have been known to fly up and sit on here and sort of go in and out of the higher level arches, which are the ones you can more see from ground level. Lots of aerials, lots of bits of technology used, again, not all by us. These are for the functionality of the building. And then we're back to the original scrape view. So once more, we'll just get a pan around, scrape all the way to the left, skylight looking over Regent's Grove, hotel side, and back again. So we're now looking back along Regent Grove, back over the police station, and the parade is off to our right. Hopefully that's been helpful. The camera will zoom around. Sometimes we'll leave it zoomed out just on that middle view a bit more, just to make sure that you've got a good view, because we can zoom in on the chicks, but we go away and then they move. So the camera will do their best to follow and zoom in and give you some good views over the next few weeks.